room where talks on the National Accord were led. Negotiations that kept the nation guessing. Would there be a political deal or no deal? ODM leader Raila Odinga assembled a political machinery. He was in September 2007. He didn't even have a party who would be using him. It was an election whose stake Raila Odinga in a tight race. Despite chief agents could hear nothing.
There can only be one referee.
So what
to highlight, the IEC quickly said deliberate inflation.
Anxiety. Initial live broadcasting relayed from ECK. The clock Parliament Ayub Savula was a senior political reporter with the
led by William Samoei Ruto. In fact, were off. And that's the time
crisis forcing the international
came and paid a visit. We must have talks with your
whom ODM wanted
honest broker in
ODM brigade and it caused a diplomatic tiff.
Challenge was bringing the two
secretariat and all.
Would not shake hands with anybody for us
to constituency. You see, the instruments of state.
Our first choice was of the members of parliament, but the executive authority will be shared between the president and the prime minister. So those instructions were quite clear. Secondly, we had said also if we have to share power, then we have to constitutionalize the arrangement.
The final point for PNU was that the accord was not going to be in the constitution, that there would be no amendment to the constitution. Those were my instructions, you know. But the president on his own went and agreed to the accord being entrenched in the constitution.
We had hardliners on both sides of the divide. We had hardliners on the PNU wing at that time, and we also had hardliners on the ODM side. People who were extremely passionate in terms of the position that they had taken.
Not once, not twice. Talks at the basement Amani room at the Nairobi Serena Hotel would be adjourned abruptly, at times suspended. It can now be revealed that that was occasioned by powerful individuals who continued pulling strings behind the scenes in the PNU coalition.
There were people, particularly from the government side, who are extremely cagey at that time. And they did not trust who was there to negotiate on their behalf.
The instructions were all coming from the president, who of course would consult with the larger group. And I think why it appeared that we were the ones calling for recess more. Remember, ODM had nothing to lose. They are asking for a share of power that they don't have.
The PNU side seemed to be in such a situation where they could not seem to be talking independently. I think in their back room, where I think you had the people like the then Michuki and others who are somewhere, it was like these people could not even put a comma or a full stop.